largest in the world. PepsiCo Incorporation manufactures and distributes its product in more than 200 countries. The carbonated soft drink Pepsi Cola was created by the Caleb Graham in 1890. Caleb Graham is a pharmacist in New Bern, North Carolina. Graham named his sweet beverage Pepsi Cola in 1898. Graham incorporated the Pepsi Cola company in 1902 due to the rising popularity and demand of the drinks. The business started to grow and Pepsi Cola became an official trademark on June 16, 1903. By 1904, the Pepsi Cola syrup sales reached almost 20,000 gallons. Graham decided to offer Pepsi Cola in bottle. Its demand of the drink continued to increase. After many years of success, the company fell on hard times after World War I. The company invested in sugar and is declared bankrupt in 1923 due to the collapse of sugar price. In 1931, Pepsi Cola was bought by the Love Candy Company Love President Charles Group. He reformulated the popular soft drink and set up new bottling operations. Because of the popularity of Pepsi, Love Chain is named the Pepsi Cola Company in 1941. In 1950, Alfred Steele, a former vice president of Coca-Cola Company, became chief executive officer. His emphasis on giant advertising campaigns and sales promotion increased Pepsi Cola net earnings 11-fold during 1950 and made it the chief competitors of Coca-Cola. PepsiCo was formed in 1965 with the merger of Pepsi Cola Company and Frito-Lay Incorporations. The company's headquarters are in Purchase, New York. Now, PepsiCo is the second largest food and beverage company in the world.
PepsiCo was formed in 1965 with the merger of Pepsi Cola Company and Frito-Lay Incorporation. At that time, Pepsi Cola Company was manufacturing Pepsi Cola, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. Frito-Lay's products include Fritos corn chips, Lay's potato chips, Cheetos cheese flavored snacks, Ruffles potato chips, and Roll Gold pretzels. PepsiCo grew bigger with the 1998 acquisition of Tropicana and the 2001 merger with Quaker Oats. The combination of these companies made PepsiCo a strong diversified consumer staples firm. PepsiCo competes with global, regional, and private companies across the food and non-alcoholic beverage space. In the non-alcoholic beverage industry, the Coca-Cola Company, which is known as the KO, is PepsiCo's closest rival. Other peers in the beverage industry include Dr. Pepper Snapple Group Incorporation, Coke Corporation, Red Bull GmbH, and Monster Beverage Corporation. Food and beverage companies like PepsiCo are part of the consumer staples sector. We can invest in this sector through exchange trade funds or ETFs, such as the Consumer Staples Select Sector Standard and Post Depository Receipt Fund. PepsiCo Incorporation is a leading food and beverage company that manufactures and distributes its products in more than 200 companies. Food products that PepsiCo manufactures include chips, flavor snacks, grills, rice, pasta, and dairy-based products. The company's beverage product portfolio includes carbonated soft drinks, juices, ready-to-drink tea and coffee, sport drinks, and bottled water. Headquartered in Purchase, New York, the company employs around 274,000 people worldwide. According to the Information Resources Incorporation, or known as the IRI, a market research company, PepsiCo owns 9 of the 40 largest packaged goods trademarks in the United States. The company owns several brands and 22 of them, including Pepsi, Lay's, Gatorade, generate more than $1 billion each in revenues.
PepsiCo is one of the leading multinational food and beverage companies. Its lead global food and beverage brands that are respected by household names throughout the world. Its products were sold around the world and generate retail sales more than $1 billion, where it's offered to consumers with hundreds of beverage brands. PepsiCo is one of the global leaders in the beverage industry.
it was ranked as third largest fast-moving consumer goods company worldwide in 2015. It was also known as the second largest food and beverage business in the world market based on its net revenue, profit, asset and market value. PepsiCo have maintained its place at the top of the food and beverage industry, where it jumped to the 84th position on the 2017 Forbes Global 2000, with the revenue of $62.8 million and the market value of $159.4 billion. Other than that, in North America, PepsiCo is the largest food and beverage business based on its sales and net revenue. PepsiCo was among the world's largest advertiser. In 2012, Advertising Age estimated that PepsiCo spent about $2.5 billion to the worldwide media. In addition, according to the three groups that measure the brand value, which are Interbrand, Brand and Co-Brand, PepsiCo were known as one of the world's most valuable brands in any industry. Lastly, PepsiCo has been honored by the National Business Group on that as one of the 2009 Best Nation Leading Employer promoting healthy lifestyle for its employees convenience, among 63 employers that were recognized.
The structure of PepsiCo's global operations has shifted multiple times in its history as a result of international expansion, and as of 2016, it is separated into 6 main divisions: North America Beverages, Frito-Lay North America, Quaker Foods North America, Latin America, Europe Sub-Saharan African, and Asia, Middle East and North Africa. First, the North American Beverages. This division contributed to 3% of PepsiCo's net revenue as of 2015 and involves the manufacturing, marketing, and sales of both carbonated and non-carbonated beverages in North America. PepsiCo also has formed partnerships with several beverage brands it does not own in order to distribute or market them with its own brand. As of 2010, its partnership includes Starbucks and Unilever's Hampton brand. Next, the Frito-Lay North America. It is the result of a merger in 1961 between the Frito Company and the Herman Warden Lay Company. It produces the top-selling line of snack foods in the US products made by the division and are sold to independent distributors and retailers. It is transported from Frito-Lay's manufacturing plants to distribution centers, principally in vehicles owned and operated by the company. This division contributed 23% of PepsiCo's net revenue in 2015. The Quaker Foods North America. It is created following PepsiCo's acquisition of the Quaker Oats Company in 2001, and this division also owns and produces the Aunt Jemima brand. Sabritas and Gamesa are two of PepsiCo's food and snack business lines headquartered in Mexico, and they were acquired by PepsiCo in 1966 and 1990 respectively. Sabritas markets Frito-Lay products in Mexico, while Gamesa is the largest manufacturer of cookies in Mexico. This division contributed 4% of PepsiCo's net revenue in 2015. Latin America. PepsiCo's Latin America foods operation markets and sells primarily Quaker and Frito-Lay branded snack foods within Central and South America, including Argentina, Brazil, Peru, and other countries in this region. Snacks America Latina purchased Peruvian company Carinto SSE, including its production company Bocaditas Nacionales, with 3 production facilities in Peru from the Hayashida family of Lima in 2009, adding the Carinto brand to its product line. Next, the Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa. PepsiCo began to expand its distribution in Europe in the 1980s, and in 2015, it made up 17% of the company's global net revenue. Unlike PepsiCo's Americas business segments, both food and beverages are manufactured and marketed under the one umbrella division in this region, known as PepsiCo Europe. PepsiCo also produces and distributes the soft drink 7-Up in Europe via license agreement. PepsiCo has 3 sites in South Africa, which produce Lay's and Simba chips. PepsiCo's European presence expanded in Russia in 2009 as the company announced a $1 billion investment, and with acquisition of Russian juice and dairy product brand Wimbledon Foods in December 2010 and Lebenyevsky juice producer in March 2008. Finally, the Asia, Middle East and North Africa. The most recently created operation division of PepsiCo covers Asia, the Middle East and Africa, while PepsiCo owns its own manufacturing and distribution facilities in certain parts of the region. More of the production is conducted via alternate means such as licensing, contract manufacturing, joint venture and affiliate operations. PepsiCo's business in this region as of 2015 contributed 10% to the company's revenue worldwide. In August 2012, PepsiCo signed an agreement with a local Myanmar distributor to sell its soft drinks after a 15-year break to re-enter the country.
Take a step back to see the truth around you.
Ever since the inception of the company, the PepsiCo's approach towards innovations has been quite holistic. The innovation strategy of PepsiCo main focus in changing the compositions of some of its products, which has included removing more than 500 million pounds of sugar from their products and reducing salt in products like Lay's potato chips. PepsiCo has adopted the motto of performance with purpose towards a plan of transforming to satisfy the customer preference of healthier lifestyle and aims to limit its environmental footprint. The company is changing its portfolio to a wider range term, which is everyday nutrition product, to meet the evolving needs of customers all over the world. The nutrients that consist in this product includes grains, fruits, vegetables or protein which are under the category of guilt-free products. This product also includes beverage which have less than 17 calories from sugar and small serving snack with low sodium. As the Chief Scientific Officer of PepsiCo, Mahmood Khan said, a bag of potato chips now contain less sodium than one slice of bread. The company now gains 45% of its revenue from these guilt-free products. This indicates that it has transformed its portfolio toward healthier products successfully according to changing customer preference. Besides that, in order to produce healthier products, PepsiCo has been investing continually in research and development to identify new ingredients, recipes, sweeteners which can improve its product in a healthy way. At the same time, PepsiCo is investing in advanced manufacturing technologies to make its product healthier. For example, innovations on the manufacturing front is its proprietary frying innovations, which can reduce the amount of fat in potato chips by 20%. In overall, we can see that PepsiCo has a clear strategy in place to transform its product portfolio toward guilt-free products. It is likely to drive a significant amount of the company's long-term growth.
What are the major failures that PepsiCo Incorporation faced during their lifetime operations till now? First, in 1923, the Pepsi Cola, which is the first company name, was declared bankrupt after World War I that has totally changed the United States financial landscape. The effect of World War I has increased drastically the cost of doing business and caused sugar price to fluctuate widely between record highs and disastrous lows, and so did the cost of producing Pepsi Cola. After that, Pepsi Cola owner Caleb Bradham sold the valuable Pepsi Cola trademark to Craven Holdings Corporation. Soon, New York stockbroker Roy McGregor bought the Pepsi Cola trademark, but he still struggled to save the business. He then moved the company's operations to new location using his own funds. But again, in 1931, despite his best efforts, the restructured National Pepsi Cola Company was declared bankrupt for the second time. Charles Gould, a successful candy manufacturer in the United States, became the new owner of Pepsi Cola when he saw the potential of Pepsi Cola in the future, and this company started to shine again in the market under his leadership. This failure is known as Great Depression because the nation was in the early stage of a severe economic decline. The other major failure of PepsiCo Incorporation happened on April this year, where an advertisement for PepsiCo featuring model Kendall Jenner handing a can of soda to a police officer at a peace protest has caused a lot of critics from social media and even in the news. In the advert, Jenner is seen posing in a blonde wig at a photo shoot while a peace protest marched by. She then ditches the wig, grabs a can of Pepsi, and joins the protest. Jenner gets to the front and hands the can to a police officer who drinks and the crowd cheers. This showed an institutionalized racism and oppression by giving a Pepsi to a cop. A Pepsi spokesperson said that they actually trying to project a global message of unity, peace and understanding, but actually they missed the mark and they apologize for that. That's all for the major failures of PepsiCo Incorporation during the lifetime operations till now.
The major achievement of PepsiCo can be separated from sustainability, diversity and engagement, and the last is the overall business performance. For the sustainability aspect, PepsiCo has been named into 2014 Dow Jones Sustainability North America and World Index. This sustainability includes reduce its water use per unit in productions and recycling and reusing 90% of its waste and creating a safe, healthy and diverse workplace. In the aspect of diversity and engagement, PepsiCo has received the awards from Human Rights Campaign in February 2017 with 100% score in Corporate Equality Index. This Corporate Equality Index includes gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and queer efforts. PepsiCo is the long-term supporter for this Equality Index, and this award has recognized that PepsiCo has exceptional commitment in this equality for those communities. For the overall business performance, PepsiCo has received the award for the Overall Governance, Compliance and Ethics Program at Corporate Secret Magazine Corporate Governance Award in November 2013. In 2015, the New York Stock Exchange Government Service has announced the Leadership Award winner to PepsiCo in the term of Best In-House Leader Team for Corporate Governance at Large Cap Company. This has shown that PepsiCo has stood the test of time and meet every legal, ethical, and compliance challenge with integrity. In 2016, the long-standing commitment to transparency, engagement, and highest ethical conduct by PepsiCo has propelled their business performance and received the world's most ethical company awards. Furthermore, PepsiCo also has been named among Fortune's world's most admired company in 2017.
Thank you for watching.